Hello, my amazing artists. Are you ready? I am a super fly art making machine. All right, today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be making slime. So for today's lesson, you only need 3 things. You may not have one of them, so if you don't, it's pretty cheap at Walmart. You need glue, and it can be white or clear glue. You need liquid starch, which I like to use as Stay Flow because it's pretty cheap. It's like $1 or $2 for this big jug, and you can make tons of slime with it. Water, and then you will need some kind, or you don't have to use this, but you can use something to color your slime with, like food coloring. I like to use watercolor paint, or if you have tempera paint. Do not use acrylic paint though, but if you have tempera paint, that'll work too. All right, here we go. Okay, here is a recipe for this liquid starch glue. You can use this recipe and it makes plenty. This is what I usually use, and I can make quite a bit with it. I'm not gonna make that much right now with you though, guys. So if you need to pause it, go ahead and pause it here to make sure you have the stuff. And this is just some of the stuff you can put in it when you get done, okay? All right, so I'm gonna make it in this cup right here. And I'm not gonna use this full amount just because I don't wanna make it for no reason, but definitely use these full amounts. So you're gonna need your 1/2 cup of glue, and I usually use white glue. I did find that clear glue actually made better slime when you got done mixing it. So if you have that, use that. And I'm just gonna pour some glue in, and you would measure definitely, okay? And then I like to mix the water and the glue first before I add the liquid starch. So now I'm gonna do the same amount of water I did of glue. And this is when I add my color. I mix the glue and the water together, and then I add the color. Don't wait till the end to add the color. If you do, it won't mix up well. You add it in now, and then you add the starch last. But make sure you get the water and the glue mixed in really good together. I'm just using a little butter knife. And I have liquid watercolors, which is just kind of like tempera paint, or if you just took a watercolor and you put a little bit of it in water, you could add watercolor to your water and pour it in, and it would make it a color too. Food coloring is good, but it also gets your hands really nice and stand up. All right, let me go grab my color real quick. I forgot to bring that over here with me. Okay, I'm gonna be using this liquid watercolor, and I'm just gonna put a few drops in here. It doesn't take very much, depending on how dark you want it. This is just gonna be a pretty light pink. All right, so I'm gonna get that mixed in. And then I'm just gonna add my Stay Flow. The cool thing about Stay Flow is you can add as much as you want. If you find your slime is really sticky, then you add more liquid starch, just a little bit, okay? And you can tell the liquid starch is less than these. You don't need a ton of it. And it does take a little bit for it to activate. I'm sure most of you have probably made slime before. I'm gonna mix it in. And you can already see it's getting kind of chunky in there. Probably need more than I put in there though. My liquid starch is kind of chunky too. Might be going kind of bad. I might have to buy some more. It's usually really watery. Haven't used it in a while. We made, all of kindergarten made slime with liquid starch, and I think it took me like 5 bottles of this. So it's really not a lot. You don't need a whole lot of it. Yeah, it's going bad, but it'll still work. All right. And you just mix it in until you get the consistency you want. And like I said, if it's too sticky, just add a little bit more. And then sometimes I like to put it in a bag and let it sit, because it seems to get better after it sits a little bit. All right. And have fun. And you can always add glitter and jewels, anything you have around the house, beads even would be cool, into your slime. There we go. Now you can see it's really slimy now. Okay, have fun.